I'd like to welcome everybody back to another whiteboard session with Main Street to Millionaires. I am Eric Richards. I want to run you through a quick deal that is hot off the presses. It's going on market this week. It's one that we got a little bit creative with, just so that way people that say they don't have enough money to do all cash deals, this is a perfect reason why there's no excuse for you to get in and start doing real estate. The address for this property, for anybody who wants to look it up, 68 Burkham Court, Wheeling, West Virginia. We came into this deal with a purchase price of $110,000. Now, the difference between this deal and your conventional deal are we took this over subject to the existing financing that was already in place. That existing financing was a mortgage of $98,356.66 at a 3.25% interest rate. That is half of what you could get at the best right now in the current market. So this right here was the most important value that we could have in the deal. Our monthly payment for that mortgage is $854 a month. What we did was we gave the seller a down payment of $11,643 for her to be able to get and move to Kentucky. She had health issues. She needed to go to a clinic in Kentucky to help get her better, and she didn't have the money to move, and she didn't want to be in this house anymore. So we solved that problem for her. We gave her $11,600 to be able to move down, get a new place, be able to get the treatment and everything that she needed in order for her to start feeling better. And she's super gracious for it. So we took this property over to help her out. We established that we had a rehab budget of $35,000. It's a bigger house. It's about 1,700 square foot total. So we budgeted about 5 weeks for renovations. When it's all said and done, we're going to be asking $200,000 for this house. And we did that by finding what our direct comps are. Now, for anybody that's looking at real estate, this is how you figure out how to flip properties. You find direct comps to be able to compare your property to for what you could sell it for, and know that you have a way of making money one way or the other by the time it's all said and done. Our direct comps were right across the street at 67 Burkham Court. This property is currently on the market right now. It's been on the market at $235, went under contract. The sellers for that, I believe, wanted seller concessions to put a new roof on it. Seller said, I'm not going to do that. It fell out of the deal. It went back under contract. And then a lot of people understand that we had a tragic flood recently. So when it flooded, some water got into that basement. The sellers then buyers backed out of that deal. So now it's on market right now at $225 and getting a ton of interest. So we also have 2373 Overbrook and Wheeling that sold for $165, 195 Springdale, which sold for $202, and 47 Oakland Avenue, which sold for $190,000. So for us to be in that $200,000 range, I feel like that's a very good place for us to start and let somebody talk us down. So with that being said, our estimated sale price for this property, we're hoping is at a minimum $185. So if you start doing the math, you take out the $185 when we go to sell it, the closing costs and the commissions that we're going to pay to our realtors, which are with Remax Broadwater, amazing team that we partner with, is going to be $11,100. So that'll leave us a balance of $173,900. You take out the first position mortgage, which we took over subject to the $98,356. That leaves us with a balance of $75,544. When I pay back the $35,000 that I took from a private lender to do all of the renovations, we'll have a balance of $36,344 left. It goes back into our pockets. So with us just giving the down payment to the seller out of our pocket and not borrowing private money for that, we spent $11,643 or $43 for this property and are receiving back $36,344. We're making almost a 3x gain on this property in less than 5 weeks. That is almost unheard of in any stocks, bonds, crypto, those types of gains in 5 weeks or less of work. You're never going to get that. So if you're interested in figuring out how to do these types of games, you want to learn more about how we get deals such as this, and be able to do creative financing like subject to agreements, owner financing, lease option agreements. Follow Main Street to Millionaires, ask questions on our YouTube, social media, and let us help you figure this out.